Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us across the fence. I'm Fran Stoddard. You've probably heard of the African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child. It can also be said that it takes a village to help older adults stay in their homes, live independently, and remain connected. That's the philosophy behind Mount Mansfield Villages. Mount Mansfield Villages is a social network that links volunteers to neighbors who need services and support to stay active, socially connected, and independent for as long as possible. To learn more, I'm joined by the chairwoman of Mount Mansfield Villages, Jeannie Hutchins, and also with me is Margaret Rushlow, who is the village's volunteer. Thank you both so much for coming in to explain this really cool movement and method, I guess. So, Jeannie, why don't you first tell us what is this model?
So the village model, also known as the Beacon Hill model, started in Beacon Hill in Boston about 15 years ago. A group of people living there knew that they couldn't grow old in their homes unless they had some help. So they began a nonprofit that delivers three things. The members that join can enjoy volunteers that come in and help them in their home. They vet tradespeople so that if they need something like a plumber or there's somebody that's vetted that can come in and help them. And then the social activities. They ask their members what they want and they plan social activities to keep everyone engaged. So the model has grown. There's now 240 villages across the country. In Vermont, there's Mount Mansfield Villages and Lamoille Neighbors, which is in Hyde Park and Morrisville. And that's the village model.
So it's pretty widespread
yes.
Now. But has it been around for what, 10, 20 years, something like that?
15 years,
15
yeah.
years, so fairly new. And what area does Mount Mansfield Villages serve?
So as the slide shows, Mount Mansfield Villages covers basically Cambridge, Underhill, and Jericho.
Okay. Oh, all right. Lucky them. So Jeannie, a little bit of the backstory about how it started there. Mount Mansfield Villages.
So there's a group of us, we have a book group that's been together for about 27 years, and we all live within 2 miles of each other in Pleasant Valley. And we decided that we didn't want to move, we wanted to stay in our homes. From my job experience, I knew the village model, so we went to some village association, the National Association meetings and stuff to learn how to start a village model, and developed a board and a 501c3, and off we went.
Right. Well, they were very lucky to have you because you work in aging up at the hospital.
Yeah.
Right. so that's fabulous. And how would you say it's different from other community services?
So it's different in that it's a grassroots effort. So people that joined, they are people from the community. The volunteers are people from the community. So it's more of a community effort, and it's just one of the solutions. There's many solutions out there that offer the same type of services, but this is more personal, and it really is neighbor helping neighbor.
Great. And we have one of those neighbors with us. So Margaret, thank you so much for coming in and talking to us about volunteering. So what are some of the things you would typically do for
I've been involved in bringing people to different places like shopping, doctor's appointments, hair salon.
As a driver.
As a driver.
Right.
That's been my expertise in the volunteer.
And what's the process for volunteering for a member request? How does it work? Do they call you directly? Or?
They send you an email. I've elected to be notified by email, and they'll say Mount Mansfield service requests. Then I open up the website and I can see what's available, and I can view if I can do it, if it's within my time frame. Or not do it.
Right.
And so I'm not pressured into doing anything, but whatever I can,
And you sign up.
Right.
And then that person knows, oh good, I've got somebody for that time.
And then I notify them within 24 hours saying I've received your request and I'll be there to pick you up is there any flexibility, and then we have our date.
Oh,
and
that's
I take
fantastic.
them wherever they need to go.
So, so what's a favorite? Like, what comes up for you when you're telling other people, like, I love doing this because?
Well, the people are very appreciative. I mean, they'll always say to me, we're very thankful that you were able to do this, because a lot of them don't have a car, maybe family members aren't close by, and so
And they're out in the country. They're
right,
they're not
they're out in
right.
the country, and it's not easy to get a cab. I mean, to get a
Right.
cab to go to the post office would be a lot of money.
Right.
You know, if you go to Burlington, it's a real lot of money. So this is really a help, you know, kind of bridge that gap
Yeah.
for some of these people.
Fantastic. It's such a great service. And Jeannie, can one be both a volunteer and a member?
Several of
So-
our volunteers are also members.
So that's what you come. So members, and do members pay a fee for this? I mean, how does that work?
So every village is different.
Uh-huh.
So when you form a village, you decide the age that you're going to cover, the age group you're going to cover, and you decide what fees based on your expenses. So as the slide shows, our fee is $240 a year, $20 a month, and for a household, which is one or more members, then it's $360, and that pays for things like background checks, our liability insurance. Really, those are the two biggest expenses right there.
Right.
And
So
we-
you do background checks on your volunteers. So also your members feel these people have all been vetted.
They've
I
all
can
been
really
vetted.
trust this.
Yes. And also, I want to make clear that we have had several donations given to the Mount Mansfield Villages specifically for scholarships for people who can't afford the membership fee. So we do have that money available. So if people feel that, you know, that they can't pay all of it and then just pay some of it or none of it, we certainly have the money to take care of that.
Great. And I just want to back up to you also talked about those services, the plumbers, the yard people. Those people are kind of vetted as well.
They
So
are vetted, and
members can feel secure about that.
yeah, we make sure that they have insurance, that they're bonded. So yeah, they can feel good that they're not going to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, I think that's huge. I think all of us
Yeah.
want to go there, but that's really important. What about volunteer orientation or training? Did you get a little bit of training?
I did go through a training period where they, you know, expose you to all the rules and regulations, privacy concerns, what you can do, what you cannot do.
So, yeah, so that's an important piece for this model.
It is
Jeannie,
an important piece to, you know, have training around, as you said, you know, especially confidentiality, that type of thing. We do have some ongoing training that is offered in the community. So we have one coming up around communicating with people with dementia. Also letting people know, you know, what you're able to do. You know, there's no lifting, there's no, you know, that type of thing.
Oh,
So
right.
we're not a medical provider. So just being real clear as to the boundaries.
Right, right. And do you receive support from other community organizations?
We have
I mean, besides the scholarship, that might be community organizations or individuals that give, right?
It is. We do have many individuals that have given, and then organizations. Some of those are on one of our slides. It's been great. We've reached out to, you know, a lot of our local Rotaries and towns, but also, you know, Ben and Jerry's and some other places, and even some national foundations we've written grants to, and they've come in. So we are part of the State Plan on Aging. The Department of Aging and Independent Living has really embraced this model, because we all know there's no more money coming from anywhere, state or federal. So this is, as I said, one of the solutions to helping people age in place and be safe.
Wow, fantastic. Now, if a member pays this fee, how often can they ask for help? I mean, is there a limit to that, or do some people ask once a week, or how does it work?
At this point, we have 32 members and 33 volunteers, and we are able to handle that. Some people, as you know, if they're going through chemo or something, maybe need a ride once or twice a week. Other people, it's maybe a weekly grocery shopping or doctor's office visit. So it really, right now, we're pretty much serving whatever they need. And we do more than rides. We've been helping people with friendly visits. We do friendly calls once a week to all our members to tell them what's going on. We've taken storm windows off. We've helped people move furniture. All those little things that people as they age.
Or shoveling.
Shoveling. We do shoveling. We have some ongoing, people that every time it snows, somebody goes over and breaks their roof. So yeah, it pretty much, that's the whole model, is to help people with those little things that they can't do anymore.
Wow, it's fantastic. And you're now helping some other areas develop these, and you're willing to do that. So tell us who you're helping and how that works to help people start a village.
So we've had several towns in grassroots kind of groups contact us about the villages. They've heard about it, and we have gone out and done presentations. We've done some statewide presentations for the area agencies on aging, their statewide conference, and we're happy to go and talk to groups about what it takes to start a village and the help that you can get from the Village to Village Network, which is the national association. It's not for the faint of heart. I'll put that out there right now. It's a lot of work, but it's well worth it.
Yeah. So, and I bet all the members that you help are so appreciative and so happy that it's there.
They are, yes.
Yeah. Well, let's. Where can people go for more information on how to volunteer or join up or whatever? So
we have a great website. So you can go to the Mount Mansfield Village's website. We have a phone number that's answered 8 to 5 days a week. If you don't get someone, you can leave a message, and you can also email us.
So Mount Mansfield Villages at gmail.com or 802-858-5381. And what's great is that Jeannie or her people are on the other end who really know what to do and can help on all levels of this wonderful model. So thank you both for coming in and for volunteering for folks out there in Underhill and Cambridge. What a gift. Thank you both for joining us today. And thank you for joining us across the fence. I'm Fran Stoddard.